We're here to talk about the weekly updates that we're going to start doing now to give you an actual factual update that the news media is not going to give you. This is what we call Victory Report.
This is the Victory Report. Coming up next, hear how they're trying to stop Apostle Taylor from preaching the gospel, breaking his and Michelle's Sixth Amendment rights to a fair trial, and how they are trying to disintegrate a Christian church.
Apostle Taylor is in jail, and now he can barely even talk to us on the phone. But the inmates there, yet another revival has happened. I mean, it was only standing room. 3 guards come up to him and tell him, you've committed an offense and we're about to give you a punishment. We haven't talked to Michelle in 7 months. It breaks our heart every day. No, don't make me cry. And now she has no way of even supporting herself. She has no means of an income. She had a major heart attack in jail. And stay tuned for the next video, because we're going to talk about the inhumane treatment of the judicial system in America and the truth of what happens behind prison bars. And please keep Kathleen also in your prayers, because it was like a court-ordered excommunication. She's no longer allowed to communicate with the church. How are you going to say we can't preach and we can't talk to the church, and this is our faith, and this country was built on freedom of religion?
The FBI raided several church properties across the country this week.
Accused of using forced labor and laundering money to fund their lavish lifestyles. Take a look. This is David Taylor, and that's Michelle Brannon. They were taken into custody during a multi-state raid yesterday morning.
All right, y'all. Hello, everybody. My name is Kia. I'm one of the pastors here at KOGGC, Kingdom of God Global Church, and my life has absolutely been changed. Oh, but the glory of God. We had the opportunity of hearing Apostle Taylor's voice yesterday, and he is so encouraged. There is so much life in his voice. He is strong. And so this week, we are giving you a weekly update. We call this our Victory Report, because even though it may not look like victory, it is victory. Because when Jesus died on that cross, he had to die, but he rose again on the 3rd day. And that's the testimony that no matter how hard it looks, no matter how difficult the circumstances are, Apostle David E. Taylor is sending his love to all of you. All of you that are standing with Apostle Taylor, all of you that know that there's something corrupt going on, but maybe you can't really put your finger on it. You saw all this fake news, and your heart was troubled. This message is also for you, that you can come back home. And that's that message that Apostle's giving. He knows that the first 4 months we were advised legally not to talk, so we didn't. Well, guess what? It didn't work. So now we're out here, we're getting in the cameras. Even though the FBI took all of our cameras, we're using little bitty cameras now. And so for all of you that, you don't want to be a part of the ministry anymore because your family is telling you all these things, but you know in your spirit, man, something is not right about it. Come back home. Hear the truth. This is the victory update that you need. Apostle Taylor has not stopped. He has gotten such a holy boldness, even bolder than how he was before, in his chains and in these bonds. No different from Paul, no different from Oniphesarius, who helped Paul in the midst of his bonds because he wasn't ashamed. This message today is so that ye be not ashamed of the bonds that Apostle Taylor is carrying, of the bonds that they constricted Michelle with when they treated her inhumanely. And we're going to talk about that too. Oh, we're going to get there too, because I know a lot of you want to know about it. There are details that goes on behind prison bars that you would never know unless there was somebody behind those prison bars that you cared about. There is a reason why it is in all the Gospels of Jesus Christ. He says, when did you feed me when I was hungry? When did you visit me when I was in prison? And many people will say, Jesus, I never saw you hungry. I never saw you in jail. I never saw these. Jesus says, when you've done it to the least of these, you've done it unto me. So do not forsake your pastor, Apostle David E. Taylor.
All of these crutches and canes and wheelchairs are people who've been healed over time. How many of you believe God does miracles today?
Do not forsake your spiritual father. Do not forsake Michelle Brannon, who is really Michelle Lynn, who the government refuses to call by her name, but they're calling her Michelle Brannon. Do not forsake them. Do not forsake Prophetess Kathleen. All because of what the lying news media is saying. Our Constitution, our founding father, Thomas Jefferson, he said, I have sworn on the holy altar of God, eternal hostility against all forms of tyranny, against man's mind. That is what our Constitution was built on. And then he went further in the Declaration of Independence to talk about the freedom of religion, that it is literally against the law. It is against the law to punish somebody all because they don't believe what you believe. They said in the Constitution, even if you don't believe in the God that we love and the God that we serve, we won't punish you. We won't punish you because we know that the author of the book of fate, he gave man a free will. So our judicial system, including Judge Terrence Berg, is stripping Apostle David E. Taylor and every single person that is a part of KOGGC of their free will. That is why this case is unconstitutional. Judge Berg, why are you calling us an enterprise? Why are you not calling us a church? All because you used to be a prosecutor for 40 years and because maybe you knew Sarah Cohen, maybe she used to be your employee? Why? We are asking questions because we will not be silent. Here it is, Apostle Taylor is in jail right now. He was preaching every Saturday, and apparently somebody did not like it. Somebody didn't like the gospel being preached.
So you want to ask me why I'm preaching from jail? Because Jesus did it. I feel the fire, God. I feel electricity flowing. I pray for every single person in Jesus' name. The blinded eyes are being opened. I rebuke the spirit of blindness in Jesus' name. Stomach ulcers just been healed. I rebuke cancers. I rebuke tumors. The heart condition is being healed.
I was blind in my right eye and I started seeing as soon as you said the blindness.
Wow, that is amazing. That's a miracle.
My brother attempted to commit suicide. He jumped off a bridge in Maryland into icy waters, and he was not responsive at all. Apostle began to pray, and the next day, my brother was responsive, totally healed.
People are getting saved. Miracles are happening. Miracles. And that's what this is about. It is about Jesus. It is about the gospel. It is about the fact that you can experience heaven on earth. I am standing in the television studio of the Miracle Broadcasting Today studio that Apostle paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to create because he had a visitation to heaven.
All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Full Frontal Investigation. I will be your host. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And today what we're going to talk about is we're doing kind of a case update. Well, we're going to do a case update, and we're actually going to it's going to have to do with Kia. It's actually going to have to do with the escaped hippo right here. Okay. So Kia is now taking control of the operation, signing on to bank documents. And like we said, don't sign anything. Kia's all, hey, no, what? Fuck that. I'm going to go ahead and just test the waters. Let me go just dip my feet in. Britt Billions, Jess Soups, Prof Jerry, Daniela, all you guys, welcome. Good evening. I want to give a big shout out to all the survivors who are here watching. Maybe you haven't come forward yet. You're here to find out. We're going to do a case update. All right. And like you guys said,
Heaven.
Kia playing with fire. She absolutely is. Kia's playing with fire. Stupid. What Kia did here is probably one of the most irresponsible things as a vice president she could have ever done. Putting the judge's face out on the channel. What Kia was attempting to do, like, she wants people to know who the judge is, so I don't even want to go there. Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to watch the whole thing. No, we're going to do mostly a case update. And we're going to talk about why Kia fucked up. Kia, we just want you to know that this was probably by far the dumbest idea. Hey, what's up, Carla? How you doing? You put the judge out there. This judge ain't fucking around, Kia. Those people have to make these speeches. If they don't, they will be punished. Yeah, and Michelle's given the orders, you guys. These orders are coming from one place. They're coming from Michelle. Yep. And she warns the judge. She warns the judge, which is really interesting. Like, you guys want to listen to it again? Like she tells the judge, "Oh, you're warned." Here. Yeah. Dumb as fuck. And the fact that she's calling him a liar.
Judge Terrence Berg is stripping Apostle David E. Taylor and every single person that is a part of KOGGC of their free will. That is why this case is unconstitutional. Judge Berg, why are you calling us an enterprise? Why are you not calling us a church? All because you used to be a prosecutor for 40 years and because maybe you...
You see how fucking dumb Kia is? Kia, you do know that typically these federal judges are prosecutors for their first part of their fucking career? You're so fucking dumb. That's how stupid you are, Kia. Listen to yourself. You don't even know. This judge, Kia, will fucking wipe your fucking face all over the floor. And you're setting yourself up. That's the really interesting thing about this tonight, is this whole case update, it's really going to be focused on Kia. One, she isn't going to have access to Michelle, that's for sure. What happened here, Uncle Jake? Let's see here. What did Uncle Jake post? We got... Oh. When did this happen? This was 2016. So this was what, 10 years ago? Probably sure he didn't forget it. Detailed in court on Tuesday what happened the night he was shot in the leg on his front porch after refusing to let an unknown man inside his home. Approached by two men, taking the garbage in Detroit. One stayed behind, the other followed Judge Berg up on his porch, pulled out a gun. I said, no, no, no. So we have a gun. Everything happened quickly. Berg testified. Okay. Wayne County. Or my family. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. There it is right there. Yep. Berg, who's been a federal judge for the Eastern District of Michigan for 3.5 years? Intent, look at this. Numerous charges, including assault with intent to commit murder, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, and armed robbery. Oh, that's tinnitus. That's an ad, bro. Oh, so these guys were responsible for a home invasion ring. Okay. So yeah, Kia, you're fucking dumb. Yeah.
Knew Sarah Cohen. Maybe she used to be your employee. Why?
You see, I don't know at what points the feds not get. I don't. Kia's going to get indicted. Kia's going to get indicted. Just wait. Just watch. Give us some time, y'all. Kia's ass going to get indicted. But she's still there. Yeah, Kia's still there.
They're asking questions because we will not be silent. Here it is. Apostle Taylor is in jail right now. He was preaching every Saturday, and apparently somebody did not like it.
Okay, just real quick. So I look. Actually, one of our channel members sent us this. It's right here. It is right here. Okay, bitchin'. Okay, right here. Okay, so remember how Kia said David was at level 297? No, the violation was a 297. All right, right here. Bam. So what David was doing on the phone, it is a violation. And this is the violation right here. We'll look at the punishments and the all that after this. So it is in direct violation of jail policy. And he did break this policy by doing this, okay? Use of the telephone for abuses other than illegal activity which circumvent the ability of staff to monitor frequency of telephone use, content of the call, or the number called, or to commit or further a high category prohibited act. So basically, he was circumventing phone calls. That's why he got in trouble. It's pretty serious. It starts high severity level prohibited acts. Okay, so it's pretty severe. Well, You know what? They shouldn't think they're smarter than everybody. They shouldn't think they're smarter than everybody. Okay. Greater level. Okay. So there's that. So we know he was circumventing phone calls. Well, they're not smarter than us either, Sydney Heifer, so get over it. Okay, here's the punishment. Extra duty, restricted quarters, confiscated contraband, impound inmate's personal property. They're like, hey, Mr. Taylor, we're going to take your pads away from you, okay? Loss of job, removed from programs, change housing, which they moved him up to FCI Milan. I know. Levels go 1 to 5, not 297 exactly. So he's a level 297, everybody. Kia, that's his fucking weight, okay? 297, not his level. Yeah, like somebody didn't like it. And Kia, it's right. You're right. We're the ones that called because jail isn't fucking Disneyland, everybody. All you cult members out there, jail isn't fucking Disneyland. You don't get there and have fun. The fuck out of here. Loss of privileges, visiting telephone commissary. David's all, fuck, just don't take my commissary ways. I'll take anything away but the commissary. Get fined monetarily. Right? Make monetary restitution, disciplinary segregation up to 6 months. Man, what if they just ad segged him for 6 months? They put him on ad seg and then they fucking put him on extra duty. So all he had to do was go to his cell and go to work, go back to his cell. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great that the cult did all this and thought that they were nobody was gonna find out. Yeah, she's Kia's one of the typical fucking lying scumbags. Yeah, but Kia's been in it for a long time. Like, but Kia, she's a beast. She's a beast. All right, now here we go. You guys ready? Michelle and Kia. If you guys are watching, and I fucking hope you are, Michelle, for whatever, I hope you see this. I really do. Michelle, get fucking bent. I hope you serve just as much time as David, if not more. I hope that'd be dope if Michelle served more time than David, right? Just saying. That'd be cool. All right. Now, onto the case update here. Okay. Not going to go through all the formalities. We're here. Hello. Judge, state your names for the record. Yada, yada, yada. This is what we're going to do. Okay. So remember when about a week or two ago when there was that case up when Michelle was in court, okay? This is the record we're going to read today. Yeah. Yeah, Kia's I wouldn't call her tall. Maybe more kind of roundish, I guess. That's Mariah. Yeah, Mariah is the tall black one. But this is Kia right here. Look at her shot. She's all, hey, I can eat a whole fucking potato and a big one too. See my fucking horse teeth? She got a big old fucking grill on her. Got some nice teeth, Kia. Who paid for them to fucking get all bleached out, the cult? Yep. Yeah, Kia. Yeah, this is Kia right here. Okay, Kia and Michelle. Now that, oh yeah, hey, you guys want to see something else too? Check this out. Oh, look at this. Kia eats bar potatoes like an apple. That's funny, Forrest Films. Yeah, Kia's name is Kirsten, but she goes by Kia. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, she goes by Kia, but her name is Kirsten. Yes, Kirsten Jones. And just so everybody knows, guess what? A mechanics lien has been placed on the residential center. Look at this. Oh, this is the shit. Justice, I can't pay that bill. Who's gonna pay that bill now? They're like, we're fucking going broke here. We're going broke, people. All right, so not only. Oh man, oh, this is great. Not only is there a mechanics lien, but they also got served a summons, so they got to appear in court. So whoever's Kingdom of God Global Church, which I think is Susan, Oh, that's real. Hell yeah, that's real, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's real. Look. Exhibit B. Oh, wait, nope, wrong one. Exhibit C. Nope, where's it at? Where's it at? Hold up. It's not that one. Give me a second here, Daniel. Okay, so this is a case that David's actually tied up in right here. Okay, so we got to that. We got to the fines with, we got what happened to David. Okay, that's the update for today. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so David, the cult has also been served like another, they owe, let's take a peek here. They owe right around another, so it's for these 3 properties right here. Okay, so it was for these 3 properties, Hager, Timpage, and Hidden Valley, which was Nellie's residential center, and then 18205 Hager Lane was all in that area. All these houses, when you map them out, they're pretty much all in a line of each other up there in the Wildwood and Chesterfield area. So that's that. Let's take a peek here. So they owe, we'll get to the main case update here, but this is right here. Bam. So they owe, let's see, there's 2,900, 9,500, and 91.5. So what is that? That's 91. That's 9 and 1 is 10. So there's 101, 100, 103, 104. This is just a lien too. This is just a lien. Oh, and they still owe taxes on these properties too. A lot too. Oh yeah, they owe on these properties still, man. Yeah. I don't think Timpage is paid off. I don't know if Hager's is paid off, and Hidden Valley is paid off. Hager Lane. No, Hager Lane. It's Hidden Valley. I'm sorry. Was Hidden Valley on there? Okay, Hidden Valley. All right. Hidden Valley. This was a money dump. All right, this is where one of the avenues of money laundering went in. All right, because they paid almost fucking $500,000 over asking price. It was listed at 6. They paid 1.1, give or take. They paid They paid almost $400,000 over asking. Okay. So he did. Uncle Jake Joseph got a personal leave for Taylor's taxes. Oh man. What a dumbass. Hit that like and subscribe too. Let me know you're here, man. Give you a shout out. The phone line's open too, man. Phone line's always open when we're live. Also, just a little word to the wise. If you think you're going to call and fucking harass me and try to scare me, that's not what this phone line is for, and I will report your calls, okay? That phone line is not to fucking call and harass me and send threats and shit like that, which I've been getting. Because I report every single fucking suspicious text that comes through, and I swear to God I do. I screenshot them, and I report them, okay? So don't be sending me threatening fucking text, creepy fucking weird culty shit that's like cryptic fucking messages, because guess what? I forward every single fucking one of them, okay? Just let you guys know that. I'm not talking, just saying. I'll fucking do that. Okay, so 15400 Timpage. Did they also do work? Let's see here. Timpage. I think they also did at Hager's. That's Hager Lane. Okay, Hidden Valley. Okay, here it is, right here. All right. I don't know what the fuck they did on Hidden Valley. Fuck. Fuck, it's stupid. Oh, man. The fuck were they going to improve on this fucking dump? Holy shit. This place was this was a money dump. This was money laundering. This is how you launder money through mortgages and big properties like this, right? This house was listed at fucking, it was listed at like 600 or something, right? It was listed real fucking cheap. Now it's an estimated 1.9. Highly fucking doubt it that the condition that this place is in. This place is an absolute fucking dump. This is Nellie's old property. Now, a little bit about this property, okay? A like I said, it's a fucking dump. Look at the place. It's fucking trashed. I'm gonna bring these pictures up a little bit bigger, okay? All right, so this is Nellie's old property. Yeah, this was big. We watched all these properties get bought during COVID at all at the same time. It was one of the biggest fucking like land grabs I'd ever seen, really, for one church, for one organization at one time. It was 5 properties, I think. It was insane. And this was the one where the big money dump went into. This house was listed at 6. They paid close to $1 million for it. And they're like, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and throw $2,500 into it. That'll really get us a long ways with this place. All right. So right here, blow this up a little bit. Oh. Right. Stupid fucking ads. Okay, right here. All right. From our work, what we found out. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys. I'll tell you exactly who it was because I don't really give a fuck at this point. So the original owner, okay, he won't ever come here and confirm this, but I have no reason to lie to you guys. I was actually in touch with this guy who built this fucking house. Okay. I believe Susan co-signed for this place. Yes. And I have proof that she was there during a walk around. So yes, I believe she co-paid whatever. Yeah, the roof, it leaks. No, that's what the original architect told me. He's like, that roof leaks. That roof leaks. And he's like, I told them multiple times to get up there and clean that roof off because where all the leaves pile up. Yeah, it leaks. And he's like, it leaked. It leaked. That house leaks. It's got mold. This house has mold in it. This house has mold. Okay. I've been told that explicitly. It's in the laundry room. And what happened? All right. What happened? Let me give backstory. This is Nellie's property. Okay. Now what happened when that little sack of shit got busted for tax evasion? Right. The IRS put a lien on the place. This is all coming from the architect. He's telling me all this shit. All right. This is all I've gathered from this, and it's time to just fucking let it all out and fucking let everybody know the story. Okay. Because I think it's time I just tell everybody some of the sources. I won't say everybody because I don't talk to this guy anymore. He was a real prick, actually, in the end. Anyways, so Nelly bulldozes the fucking pool. He was like, yeah, that fucking asshole bulldozed the pool because he didn't pay his fucking taxes. So what you see here, this was actually like it was like an infinity pool, right? So that little sack of shit Nelly came in here and bulldozed the fucking thing, man. Fucked it all up. This used to be a pool. He's like, shit, the pool's going to take $250,000 just to fix. This house would be better off to be fucking bulldozed to the ground and fixed. Gotcha, Uncle Jake. Oh, it's trashed. Oh, it's trashed. I got you, Brent Billings. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, they might as well condemn it. And wait till we get some pictures. All right. Now, I know for a fact that people have been going in here. Hey, Leanne. That people have been going in here and stealing shit because it was Nellie's old pad, right? But nobody knows that a fucking shitty cult owns it and was actually using this location to launder money. Look, it's down. There's not even carpet. Look, it's down to the fucking bare plywood. Okay. Trashed. Place is dump. It's a dump. We'll get into the main shit here in a bit, but this is part of everything that's going on. Complete dump. Nice place. It's got a bitchin' view. I think it's 12 acres or 14 acres. Nice place, man. And if you tore this house down, like, look, there's no carpet. And this house has just been sitting there, you guys. Nelly probably had all his awards and shit up there. No, there's a basketball court too. Nope, there's a basketball court, Michael. Yeah. There's all Nelly's old road cases. Look. I don't even think it's tile roofing, Jess. There's the basketball court right there. See right here, Michael H. Long? That's where the pool was. This is the basketball court. Ah, here we go. Better shot. This was the pool right here. So yeah, this all was a pool, and this is a pool right here. You see it, Michael? I'll show you. Let me get a better shot right here. God damn it. Right. Yeah. This, you could see it right here. Bam. Right here. It was like a double-decker pool. Yeah. The dude was like, he was so pissed about it. He was like, that little asshole, man. He was pissed at Nelly. He was so pissed at him. He's like, man, he fucking trashed that place. He trashed it. This is what the back looks like. All right. All that you see, then the good look, you got algae buildup here. So, but all these windows would need to be replaced. Again, this place should better off condemned, torn to the ground, and rebuilt from the ground up. It's a bitchin' property. I don't know if I'd build another house like this, but there's the basketball court. Yeah. There's the entrance, and people were actually going in here and doing TikTok videos, and people were getting in trouble. Okay, now here's an aerial view of the property. Look at it. This is a ski resort over here. Oh no, but there's some flat spots on the roof, Jess. There's some flat spots on the roof that aren't tile. It's just like shingle fucking like paper. So yeah, no. I know what you're talking about. No, the shingles. Yeah, but there's some flat spots over here. Yeah, there's flat spots on the roof where there's like piles of leaves and shit. There's other aerial views. I think Susan co-signed for this shit. Hey, there's the aerial view right there. So it's a nice place, man. It is. It's a really nice place. Oh, it's trashed. It's trashed. Nelly had a bunch of dog kennels down here. So these are dog kennels. It's a basketball court. And that's the overall view of the house. There's a driveway. It starts way up here. Oh, yeah. And these neighbors all knew about the bullshit. Okay? Ask me how I know. These neighbors, they were very aware of who these people were. Okay? Very much aware. So that's Nelly's property. It's a complete fucking dump. And as far as it ever getting fixed, nah. It's gonna stay in a state of decay until it's tore down by either the county or somebody comes in, puts an offer on the place, and starts over. Oh, you can't live here. You can't. You would die of exposure. You would. If you lived in this house, you would literally die of exposure. There's no water. There's no heating. There's no toilets. Like, you would have to shit in an empty toilet. David's all, I'll just shit in my pants. I don't need a toilet. I mean, you got cracked foundation. Look at this. You got a cracked fucking foundation floor right here. I mean, the windows, these would all need sealed. I used to clean windows. Look, you got all this fucking tint that's all fucked up. I mean, just the windows alone. Fuck, you're talking probably $1 million worth of windows. $1 million worth of windows just to get it all fixed. Simple. Easy million, man. Easy mill. Like, look at this. Just wrapped in fucking windows. Beautiful place, man. But it went to shit. And it just, one piece of shit handed it down to another piece of shit, and so on and so forth. Until it just went to complete shit, and it just sit there now. Okay? So that's the deal with Nelly's property. Wanted to kind of run that by everybody and why Nelly's property is so important in this. This was used to launder money. Okay. When JMMI got revoked during COVID, it really was. This was one of the bigger money dumps that they did. This was one of the bigger money dumps. So when JMMI got revoked, they had to fucking dump all the money out of the bank and into property because they knew. They knew. That's why they dumped all the fucking money. Greedy bastards. There's the contracts for how much they owe. $2,900 on that one. $95 on that one. And then what do? They put a fucking lien on the property because David hasn't paid them. Oh, yeah. No, Soups, you couldn't live in that place. No way. Oh, it's so dangerous. No, the mold in there, it was to an unhealthy status. The paint covered it all because what the bank did before they started showing it is they went in and painted over everything in white. And he was like, the owner flat out told me, he's like, there's a lot of mold in the laundry room. That was a specific spot. He's like, yeah, there's mold and a lot of it. He's like, and mold grows. Mold grows. It is. That's all these properties were used for, was to launder money, man. It was to build David's portfolio. Yes, Soups. Yes. Yes, there was mold in that house. Like I said, it's time to disclose some of the facts and just let you know who I was talking to. And I was speaking to the guy who built that house and sold it to Nelly. Very nice guy, but he was kind of a shithead in the end, man. He wanted me to tell him everything that I knew, but he's like, oh, I don't want to tell you. I was like, fuck off, dude. Don't ever contact me again. Oh, it's the easiest way to launder money. Now this house is just falling apart and it's not worth the money they paid for it. The property is what's worth the money. The property is where the money's at. And we're only going until 8 o'clock tonight. That's it. I'm not going a minute over, man. I'm fucking wiped out from last night. Cool, Eric. I'm glad you're here to help support the channel. I'm glad you're here supporting our channel in the meantime. So thank you for that. Okay. Now, Big Mike. Let's get on to Michelle. That's why we're all here tonight. It's Big Mike. All right. Big Mike. All right. So. All right, here we go. Page 4. Let's see. Okay. So we all know that Michelle wanted access to Kia, right? Because Michelle apparently can't fucking wipe her ass like David, or Michelle's got all these fucking health problems all of a sudden now that she's fucking being indicted. She's like, oh, my fucking cold black heart. Can you put a stent in it so my fucking heart doesn't collapse? I was talking to Vanessa about this today. And we had Vanessa on a couple weeks ago, and she was saying, I was telling her about this. She's like, so yeah. It does. It happens all the time. Okay. I know Michelle should be in a man's prison. Michelle would have the keys to the yard. Michelle would end up getting the keys to the yard if she went to prison. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, Michelle would get the keys to the yard. Michelle's like, what? So shit. Maybe Apostle could get the keys to the yard too. All right, anyways. So Michelle got denied, okay? Michelle got denied. You guys want to know why? Well, because Kia is still associated with the fucking cult. And we keep telling everybody in that cult, stupid as fuck, keep posting stupid fucking videos because you guys just keep screwing it up for yourself even more. All right, and it's back and forth first. They're saying, hey, this is why she needs... Let's take a peek here. Motion to amend bond conditions, defendant's argument. Michelle's the defendant, okay? I don't think this particular hearing is very contentious. I'm really looking more for filling this motion as dealing with Ms. Petchke, who is, I think she's pretrial. There are a couple of not standard conditions of bond that I was used to seeing. I ordered a copy of the court's records, yada, 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 for a section which deals with, okay, directly or indirectly with persons from KOGGC, which is the church. The court went on to elaborate. When I reviewed your transcript, there were some words, and excuse me, they're quoted properly in the motion, but I'm not reading from the motion or my reply today. That deal with an individual, if they want to choose to deal with Ms. Brannon, need to completely devoid themselves from the organization, from the cult, okay? The specific is with Takia Jones, okay, Kia? And I hope you're fucking watching, you filthy fucking gutter slug, because I know what you did. You're fucked up, Kia. And you're out there, oh, we're just doing all this great shit for the fucking kingdom. Go out there, dox the judge again, put his face out on your fucking channel. You know what you did? You literally threatened a fucking federal judge. But I can't tell you that. You're too fucking dumb. So whatever's coming to you, you fucking worthless slug, you get, You fucking deserve every bit, Kia. You deserve every bit because we've been telling you guys, cut the crap, but you don't want to fucking listen. You think we're all evil and sent demonically from the gates of hell? Yeah. Not yet, Cat Mom. How does one disassociate themselves with KOGGC? With the cult. If Miss Kia Jones isn't a valid candidate to do so, she has contacted me and expressed her determination. Oh, really? She's expressed her determination to devoid herself of the organization? Well, her actions would fucking prove otherwise. Their defense, okay? The court being who? Miss Kia Jones, the fucking gutter slug right here, who is abusive to people also. And they're going to find that out. Like Jesse was saying last night, Kia was the one dishing out some of the abuse. So she's going to get hit with a charge too. Superseding indictment, Kia. Don't say we didn't warn you. All right. Okay, so Miss Kia Jones contacted me and said she would not have any contact with any members of the church that, okay? And mind you, this is March 5th. When did they do this video? 2 days ago? The 14th. So, nah, she doesn't what? She ain't going to separate herself. Hey, what's up, Michael Steven? Okay. How does one devoid themselves? She's an officer of the church. Okay. That's what the judge is asking. She's officer of church. Yes, sir. That she would live with Miss Brannon and adhere to the similar admonishment pursuant to the bond request that she strictly disassociate with the church, not have income derived from the church, and live with Miss Brannon in order to take care of her. Let's think about this. Michelle's in her fucking mid-50s and she can't take care of herself. Michelle is that incapable, y'all. Imagine being in your 50s and capable and you can't take care of yourself. Really think about that. Yeah, an officer and a gentleman. Keys all. Yeah, officer and a gentleman. I was going to elaborate, but I'll keep my filthy, dirty mind to myself. Okay, if the court, I know the government at pretrial, I understand their position with respect to Miss Jones. If the court doesn't think it's wise for Miss Jones to be point person to help Miss Brannon with her care, I'd look for a little more specific direction as to, is it enough not to associate? Okay. But I wanted to go on the offensive with respect to this and get your insight. The second thing I think is a little less controversial. I don't read bond condition 7DD, which talks about Miss Brannon's proactive request by the court not to receive funds from the court for her living expenses. Oh, that's okay. We'll get into that. Yeah, scamming is all Michelle knows. Exactly. That's all she knows how to do is scam people. All the cult's watching and the trolls are watching. That's cool. That's cool. I want them to watch. I want them to watch. I want them to. And while I got it on my mind, just give me a second here, okay? Just give me 1 second. Let me get this off my mind real quick. Give me one moment here. Let's take a peek here. All right. Let me give everybody kind of a... Okay. I want to give all the survivors out there a little kind of rundown if you've been approached by this woman right here. Okay. Yes, she has a story, but the fact that she set up a fund for the survivors, okay? When there's already a survivor fund, okay? I've talked to this girl. All right, she's very shady. I want everybody just to be very clear about that. I'm telling you about her, okay? Be very careful of this one. Yeah, she's got a story. Yeah, she went there, but it's nothing compared to what these other people went through, okay? It's really not. It's really not. I do have sympathy for what happened to her, but the fact that she's out there trying to start a GoFundMe for these witnesses and victims when there's that already set up for these people who are coming forward to testify. Be careful of this one, okay? Just letting you guys know. Just letting you guys know. She's been on some other channels, but just be careful, okay? Because this ain't okay. Not in my opinion. This is just me looking at it from an outside view. There is already that type of fund set up for people who are testifying. Okay? No, she didn't. She didn't go through shit what you guys went through. Exactly. And here's the thing. When I first started all this and we were on our shit, she was actually trying to steal information off of us. It was really fucked up. I was talking to her on the phone one day, and she won't come here and talk. She won't come here and tell you guys this because for obvious reasons, because that was the probably second or third time I talked to her and the last time I talked to her, because we were trying to like bring this down together. But again, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, right? Like, she wanted me to give all the information we have, but she didn't want to share shit. But where it got fucking weird for me is she had me on motherfucking speakerphone when we were doing this. And I hear in the background, I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh, that's just my friend. I was like, click. Don't ever call me again. So I haven't talked to her since, okay? I see her on the channel once in a while, but I really don't trust her. I don't. I get the experience and I'm sympathetic to that. But just me personally, I'm careful of her, okay? Anyways, back to Michelle. Okay. Billy Miss Brannon say whatever she wants in an attempt to start a GoFundMe page to raise funds for both herself, and we're going to read about this, okay? For her legal defense. So Michelle wants to start a GoFundMe. That's the two arguments we're going to see here in this court document. Access to Kia and a GoFundMe. That's it. Okay, so the two things they're concerned about is Michelle getting illegal funds through GoFundMe, because GoFundMe donations can be anonymous. They can be backdoored, which Michelle likes, the backdoor Brannon, okay? They can donate anonymously or be associated with the church, and Miss Brannon doesn't know if this person's association with the church would inadvertently violate your court order. I can guarantee already that Michelle has been violating court orders. The only person that's making all this shit happen, Michelle. Hey, what up, Freeman? I know for a fact she's been violating bond. But they just haven't caught her yet, and I don't know why. Me and Cliff were talking about this. Like, how the fuck? How the fuck is she living? Where's she getting money from? What the fuck? Where's all the money coming from? She has no job. She has no fucking income coming in. She paid a $10,000 cash bond. So where's all her money? Where's the money coming from? Where's it going? I guarantee they're both violating court orders, and they have been. I guarantee it. Trying to hire a local. Okay, so they're also trying to hire local counsel, and it says right here, this is kind of cool. They don't have financial resources to do that yet. Okay. Yeah, DoorDash pizza boxes with cash. Excuse me. Oh, shit. Oh, that felt good. All right. Little guidance. Okay, so defense is asking for guidance from Michelle. Yeah. Oh, there's hidden money all over the place. That's the thing. Where the fuck is she getting all the goddamn money to survive? Who's paying her rent? Who's paying her food bill? Who's paying her light bill? She's not working. She doesn't have income. This doesn't make sense, right? This doesn't fucking make sense, everybody. This makes no fucking sense. Like, did the feds not think about this shit? This is the shit that really aggravates me with the way our fucking system works, with the way the feds work, with the way their thought process works. I'm thinking like fucking, hey man, think James Bond, go investigate him. Put fucking wiretaps. $500,000 worth. $500,000 worth. 200 ounces. Came from New Zealand. Donor over in New Zealand. Hey, donor in New Zealand, whoever gave those gold bars up to this organization, guess what? They now belong to the U.S. government. Seized for fraud. Hope it was worth it. Okay. So the judge says, okay, well, let's talk about the first issue regarding Miss Jones. You're representing, I'm understanding you correctly, that Miss Jones is prepared to completely disassociate herself with the cult. Yes, sir. Oh, is she really? Is she really? Well, I see her right here on fucking stage carrying on the fucking cult message, everybody. Would she, in your view, be a witness in this matter? I think she'll be a defense witness. Okay? Judge, such it down right there. She's not allowed to have contact with the witnesses. Bam. Nope. She can't. Then she's going to be a witness? No. Understood. That's the problem. Okay? I love listening to the judge talk. We're in the court now. That's the problem. So imagine you're sitting, like, picture yourself, man. I'm seeing this, man. I fucking see this shit. That's the problem. The two problems here were contact with the members of the church under circumstances where Miss Brannon and the other defendant, now I know we have a third defendant, but at the time of our previous hearing, evidence was presented about Miss Brannon and Mr. Taylor intimidating people who were members of the church and who would be potential witnesses. And that was the reason for the bond condition, to prevent that kind of intimidation or force of any kind or any kind of inappropriate influence, which just wait till we get down farther. And so it won't be appropriate to have Ms. Brannon having regular contact with a person who is a witness. Now you start fucking twisting your stories up, right? What's the first thing you do when you get witnesses? You fucking split them up, right? You split them up. That's how you do it in war. When you catch prisoners, you split them the fuck up. You get them as far away from each other as you can. That's what you do. You split them up. This case, the government's brief is showing that currently Ms. Jones is an officer of the church. Officer and a gentleman. Okay. This is the judge saying all this. Okay. So not only is she a potential witness, but she's also an officer of the church. As authorized to sign checks for the church. Hey, that's cool, Millie. Hey, don't worry. Hey, that's cool, man. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hey, but thanks for supporting the channel, Millie. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I know. Hey, Millie, you know what? You guys keep doing dumb shit. That's the thing. You guys keep doing dumb shit. And the more dumb shit you do, just the deeper you dig the hole. Because you know what? This investigation isn't over yet. Not by a long fucking shot. They found 700 digital devices. I know. Officer Precious. Right, Chad Roan? Officer Precious. Deeply involved in a high level in managing the church. And so that's my concern about that. There's evidence, as I'm sure you saw in the government's brief, and I'll try to get more information about this when we hear from Ms. Cohen, but that makes it look though as Ms. Jones may be involved in trying to solicit witnesses or tamper with witnesses, getting them to say things like Mr. Taylor is not forcing people to send pictures and things. It's very concerning text. But I don't understand all the circumstances about that yet. But at any rate, so unless you can show me that Ms. Jones would fit within that, I think the restrictions are legitimate for Michelle to continue being a fucking degenerate bitch and just fucking suck it up, Buttercup. Welcome to life. Fuck around and find out. Exactly. Yeah, fuck around and find out. Yeah, sure, Eric, whatever. Her son is allowed to stay with her. This right here, her son, that's where all the information's coming from. Her son is still part of the cult. That's the link right there. Her son. Eric's trolling, Cat Mom. I know. I like that the cult sends people here to monitor us, to see what we're saying. That way they can build another fucking bullshit ass propaganda video about whatever they're gonna do. It's all fun and games until
Butcher Box is more than just a box of food.
It's all fun and games until somebody shits their pants like David in jail, right? David, that's not very funny, Rich. Not very funny. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Welcome to life, Michelle. Oh yeah, they're broke. The cult's broke. Okay, now figure this. Let's talk numbers. So say within that first week, right? Say that first month. Donations drop, say 5%. Okay. Just say that. Let's just let's see. So say 5% in that first month. Now say within the next 60 days, it drops 10 to 15%. On top of that, already 5% that has dropped. Now say in 120 days, which we're coming up on we're what, March, April, May, June, July, August. We're 5 months away from when the raid happened. So when did the raid happen? August, September, October, November, December, January, February. We're 7 months, okay? So by now, 7 months, you guys, their funds, let's just call it 60%, 65%. 65% of funds have dropped. Let's just say that, okay? People are going to start getting hungry. Okay, now, so the judge flat out denies Michelle here, okay? Legitimate restrictions. She's not appropriate, okay? Yeah, get a job, Eric. Get a job like the rest of us. Go in your fucking keep in society. How about that? Go pay your taxes. All right, now, with respect to the GoFundMe, this is very important, right? Because do you know how you raise the issue of anonymous donations? Is it possible to configure your GoFundMe so you don't allow anonymous? It's not. You can allow anonymous. I fucking knew that. I should have been there and told the judge, no, it's impossible, Your Honor. You can't. You can't make it to where the donors are anonymous, but you can backdoor funds. People can give funds to somebody on the back end from the cult, right? Put the money into an account for Michelle and put it into the GoFundMe and say, oh, it's from this person, but it's actually from the cult. There's no way of tracking the money that goes into a GoFundMe. Okay, there isn't. There's no way to track that money. It would make, honestly, this is by far one of the dumbest. Let me tell you something. This is the dumbest idea that I could honestly think of that the court actually came up with. They're creating more work for themselves. Now we have to track more of her bullshit. No, fuck no. Get a fucking job, people. Holy fucking shit. Michelle's like, I don't know how to get a job. Well, you can't because you're a fucking felon now, Michelle. You've been indicted for fraud. Nobody's going to want to hire you. Own the shit, Michelle. We're reading how the judge denied Kia to have access to Michelle because Kia is still very much in with the cult. So the judge said no. And then how do we know the money that she's going to get from GoFundMe isn't from the cult? Transparency. Right there. That's the issue. These people aren't transparent. The cult isn't transparent. This is the fucking problem we've been talking about. Holy fucking shit. That's the thing, Kennedy. It is fucking insanity. They would even think about letting this fucking lunatic get a GoFundMe. What the fuck? Where's the fucking common sense here? Seriously? Seriously. Where the fuck is the common sense of the courts? I don't want to say the prosecutor, but I mean, come on, guys. Really? Make Michelle get a fucking job. No GoFundMe. It's used to launder money in the first fucking place, all right? Make her get a fucking job. Jesus Christ, man. Why can't she function like everybody else? Oh, because all I know how to do is fuck people over. Yeah, throw to fucking North Korea, man. She'll do a good job over there. The fuck, man? Everybody else got to go to work, but these fucking lazy fucks? Fuck that. Fuck her. Get a fucking job, Michelle. You too, Kathleen. Get a fucking job. Get a fucking job. This is, you guys want to see why Kia is not going to be allowed access to Michelle? Right here. I'll show you guys.
And y'all knew the plans to do it again, y'all moved him. Where is the real cause for justice? And that's what we're asking. And we're not going to stop speaking. You're going to have to just indict another person in your court case if you want us to shut up. But guess what? If you do it again, we're just going to get louder, because the more you try to silence Apostle David E. Taylor, the louder our voices are going to get. And I can guarantee you that. We will not stop. If the Bible says if principalities and powers knew that by killing Jesus, it was to their demise, they would have never done it. Haman in the book of Esther, if he knew that the weapon he created to destroy the Jews was the same weapon that would destroy him, he would have never created it. God's word has not changed. Our God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And this is God's ministry. So if you really knew what you were doing by touching and putting your hands on Apostle Taylor, the type of exposure that was going to begin to happen to expose your corruption, what you're doing behind the scenes, I know you would have never done it, but it is too late. So government, we are sending you a message. Let Apostle David E. Taylor go. It is the voice of so many others who have been healed, saved, delivered, and set free that want to see Jesus. They want to see a revival. They want to see a revolution, and they want to see justice. So our message today is let Apostle Taylor go. Let Michelle Brannon go. Let Kathleen Klein go. Let KOGGC go, because we see what you're doing. But more than us seeing it, God sees it. Another revival has broken out. And so the inmates were like, Apostle Taylor, they call him preach. They said, preach, you got to preach for us. And so Apostle said, okay, I'll do it. So here it is. The room is not that big. It's only about an 800 square foot room. They have a pulpit there. And here it is, Apostle is preaching. More inmates came to that service than they have ever come to any service the past 2 years. And that is according to certain guards and certain inmates that have been locked up in that federal prison. I mean, it was only standing room. All the inmates were stuffed in this little room to the point that they were outside listening to Apostle Taylor preach the gospel of Jesus. And it's that special teaching ministry that the Lord gave Apostle Taylor. People hear it, and even if you're an atheist, you still want to know more. Next day, guards come up to him and tell him, you've committed an offense and we're about to give you a punishment. And Apostle's like, what did I do wrong? What did I do? What mistake did I make? There is a 100 to a 300 scale of what your consequences are in bad behavior. And he's at a 297, according to the guards. But Apostle Taylor's asking, like, what did I do wrong? What mistake did I make? Just tell me what I did wrong and I'll stop. But if what I did wrong was preaching the gospel, he said, I will never stop doing that. And so they said, well, we'll tell you in 5 days. So now it's been 5 days. This Monday, we'll make it 5 days that is approaching of the circumstances. And so that's when we're supposed to find out his actual offense and what he did wrong. But we're letting you all know, because in these weekly updates, we want you to keep praying, keep fasting, keep fighting for justice, because God has already shown, not just through dreams, but through visitation, the way of victory has already been planned by God. Listen to this special testimony of a former member of KOGGC and what Jesus told them in a face-to-face visitation.
Then he grabbed my hand, and as soon as he grabbed my hand, we were instantly in a dark, secret room in the Kremlin. When I saw Vladimir Putin sitting in a chair, and he said, Putin, and he said, I have tried to speak to Vlad in his youth, even after all these years, but he prefers to keep an open ear to Lucifer. He spends his time with Satan. He grabbed the phone, he just put it to his ear, and then after a couple of seconds, I could hear a Chinese voice talking to Putin. And then Jesus said, listen closely. And it read on the headlines of the news, Putin to declare war on America, China to support and believes this is just, other nations to follow suit. And I grabbed Jesus' arm, and I said, no, this can't be. And Jesus stood there, and it was like he was taking in the sight of like the peace before the storm. And I asked, Lord, when will this happen? Will this happen? When? And then he just looked at me and he said, pray. Tell my friend that the government is building a case against him, an extensive case. If the case against my friend will be successful, then war is imminent.
You think war can never happen in our world today? Think again.
Russia want to take over the world and start World War III. And there are other enemies that are in the bed with Russia. China is in the bed with. Nicaragua is in the bed with them. Venezuela, Iran.
Taylor has prophesied this for over 35 years, warning America that the war would begin starting with 9/11 10 years before it happened. What happens next could change everything. While Moscow warns this could trigger World War III, the stakes couldn't possibly be higher. According to Scripture, there's still hope. If my people shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face, I will hear from heaven and heal their land. Prophecy doesn't just predict destruction, it offers a way out. We must gather, pray, and seek divine intervention before it's too late.
God showed Apostle Taylor that the FBI was building an extensive case against him. And if they were successful in this, war was imminent. What do we see going on in the news right now? We see the beginnings of the framework of World War III. We see it beginning to take place. But even in that same word that Jesus gave, there's always a way of hope. It doesn't have to happen. There is a way of victory. Concerning Michelle, she just had her bond hearing, praise God. And yes, we were fighting that I was going to be able to see her again, but they denied that, but it's okay. We rejoice in persecution. Somebody that Michelle had actually got saved while she was at the Oklahoma Transfer Center federal prison keeps calling the ministry. And she said, at that point in my life, she said, I would not be saved to this day if it wasn't for meeting Michelle in jail.
And if you could tell the world anything that you wanted to tell them, what would that be?
I do know that Michelle was counting it a blessing to be able to be persecuted for God, even though she knew she did nothing wrong. She wouldn't speak to me about her case and what was going on with her case, but she counted it as a blessing.
This call is from a federal prison.
We read in the Bible, to where it says that we would be persecuted for the faith that we have. She counted it all, gave him all the glory, and she knew that it was for him, and she had her head held high and was in there trying to save people and lead people to Christ through her actions. And even though we only had a very limited amount of food, but she would, while we were in there, we weren't even allowed to buy a commissary there. You couldn't buy any extra food, but she made sure that nothing went in the trash. She was trying to give it to somebody. Feel like she's a beautiful, amazing lady that I would love to be mentored by. That I feel like there definitely needs to be more people like Michelle in this world out there, and the world would be a much better place.
So guys, be encouraged, okay? Something major is happening. We are in a special defining time. God is defining the wheat from the tare. He is defining the goat from the sheep. He is defining who you are and who you will become. And it is a victory report. Amen. Because people are being saved that would have been unreached if Apostle wasn't in jail, if Michelle hadn't been in jail. But it is God's will to set them free. During Michelle's hearing, they literally determined not just that she couldn't have a caretaker. It's not just about her being able to see me. I love my sister. That woman has absolutely changed my life for the good. And best believe it, they're trying to make it look like she's a master manipulator. That is not the testimony about Michelle, who is sick in body, but gets up to serve students, cook for them, clean for them, make sure they bond together, bring them together, rally them together, encourage them when they're going through. She could have been in her own house, her own home, with her 2 little chihuahuas and her son. But she said, no, Apostle, sir, I don't want to go and have my own home. I want to stay with everybody because we're going to get God's will done together. To train. She didn't have to do that, but she chose to live that lower lifestyle. Yet you try to say she's enriching herself.
Okay, let's talk about Michelle's lifestyle with that oil gas company. She got fired. You guys want to know why? Take a guess. Fraud. Fraud. Thanks for bringing that up, Kia. Oh, Miss Kia, now that you're on the stand, will you tell us about what you know about Miss Brannon's oil and gas company? What do you know about that job? Oh, well, I know she left it to come work for the kingdom of God. Oh, well, Miss Kia, did she fail to tell you that she was actually fired for fraud? Hey, what up, the feed?
G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
I hope they keep making mistakes. Yes. Yep. I hope they keep making mistakes.
No, sir. No, ma'am. That is not the case. This has been her life for the past 15 years. She gave up being the vice president of one of the top 3 oil and gas companies in the world.
Actually, Kia.
She gave up being the vice president of one of the top 3 oil and gas companies in the world.
Kia, actually, she got fucking fired. Michelle lied to you. Kia, you're so fucking gullible. You do realize that Michelle lied to you. You're just...
And every single day, she would wake up and say, this is my dream job. Don't even get me started.
She's like, this is my dream job where I treat everybody like shit. And it's a total fucking Ponzi scheme. And I'm at the top and I shit on everybody. And I get fed the fucking scraps from Michelle's fucking plate. Yeah, they could fake calls and shit. Yeah, Kia's so full of it.
But that's the life that she chose to live. And she gave up financials and all those things. And so during this bond hearing, the judge ruled that, number one, they couldn't see me. We already know that. They said if I was not a defense witness, if I was not a witness for the defense, they said it was a possibility. So basically, the judge is saying that if I remove my testimony, I could see her.
Yeah. Michelle has a track record of fucking getting fired from jobs for fucking over bosses, screwing employees, like literally screwing them, right? That's why I call her Backdoor Brannon. Yeah, Backdoor Brannon. Michelle has a pattern of sexual behavior in any fucking job she's ever worked. That's Elbu. Yes. I got no reason to bullshit you guys. It wasn't an option for her to leave. It was either you quit or we fire you and we take you to court. Those were her 2 options. You fucking walk away without pay or you go to court with us and you fucking lose your job and we prosecute the fuck out of you. Those were Michelle's 2 options from the oil and gas company. Those were her 2 options. They said, quit or go to court. I know. And they made David trying to look all fucking masculine and skinny when he actually looks like a fucking piece of shit. No, David, you guys, David lost like a bunch of weight, but he's still overweight. Like he looks like shit.
Well, what type of ultimatum is that? Last time I checked, the Bible says in Revelations, like Apostle Taylor told us last week, you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of your testimony, because you love not your lives even unto death. So they thought their fear tactics were going to work, but they don't. Jesus says, do not retreat. Do not stop. He says, for 10 days, they will persecute you. He said, endure, overcome. He said, for I will grant you a crown of life.
Okay, let's get back to the court documents here. All right. Okay, so back to the funds. So there's no transparency in GoFundMe, okay? The donors are known, okay? The donors are going to be known. Can be checked that they're not officers of the church, people whose funding is coming from this same alleged activity, or people who are employed by the church whose funds are also coming from that. Then it may be possible such a thing could be set up. Okay? Yeah, she's hard to watch. Yeah, I know I can't watch a fucking hippo talk like that. The church is quite fast, okay? Right here. Whose job is this? Can't ask pretrial to do it. We don't want the FBI any heavy-handedness to interfere with the legitimate donor that's trying to donate. Right? Who is this up to? I'd say this is up to the attorneys. I'd say it's up to the attorneys to draft this vocabulary. Be like, okay, this is how you can do it. This is how you can do it. Hey, Purple Peach Beach, thanks. Welcome. Doyle's does it. Thank you. Yeah, 250 million members around the world. 250 million watching on the Word Network, everybody. This is what really blows my mind. Like, these people, you guys, these are like top paid attorneys and they can't even figure out, hey, how do we do this? So y'all put your heads together, figure this shit out, man. We're sitting here figuring it out fucking hand over nail. Hey, drop the vocabulary. We're all saying, don't give this bitch a fucking GoFundMe. Make her get a fucking job. Holy shit, man. Once again, she gets to go leech off the back of other people. Yeah, I wonder if the office in Budapest is still running. I know. That's how it would be. And here's the thing. Okay. You guys, ultimately, this would cause way more fucking investigating than the government needs. This would just tie up more fucking resources. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. No, that's Kim Chamberlain. That's for another one. That's for a different GoFundMe. That's for the survivors. Don't donate to that one anyways. That's fucking stupid. Yeah, Leslie. Yeah, I know who she is. It's just don't donate to it. It's not. Look, would it be okay for Miss Brannon herself to look at the name of the donor and ascertain whether she has any knowledge of this person associated with the church or not? Hello, Michelle Brannon is a fucking compulsive liar. Let's not give her access to anything, okay? Because she'll just fuck it up. Fucking Christ, man. This lawyer is fucking stupid and fucking clueless. Hey, we know our client's a fucking compulsive liar. Can we let her fucking ascertain whether or not these donations are good or not? She's tied up in this whole money laundering scheme. Hey, let's go ahead and give her access to these donors again. Is this lawyer fucking dumb? Are they serious? I don't know how it's possible. Let's hear anything else you wish to say. Nothing. Okay, let's hear what the government has to say. Sarah Cohen steps in, flexes her muscle. She's like, did you miss that way? Sarah Cohen. Sounds like the chorus questions about the text, okay? The text, Your Honor, was discovered in a phone that was seized relatively recently by the FBI during the execution of a search warrant. Okay, so look, they're still finding text messages in phones, all right? Also, the message is from Miss Jones to a female member of KOGGC. The government is not going to reveal the identity of the female in a public forum for obvious reasons, to protect the victims, okay? You say it's from Miss Jones. Here she explains, yes, this is why, this is how we know it's from Miss Jones. It's her phone, this is her name, this is how we know, okay? This is all her. Specifically, if I may, the individuals were using Signal to communicate this message that tends to be an encrypted form of text messaging. Well, I wonder why they're using an encrypted form of text messaging. Uh-oh, we want to just hide all our shit. But the government was able to read the Signal chat between the two individuals. You guys are done. We tell you don't commit crimes in your phone because the government watches. Hello. We tell you guys don't do it. Government says, but the government was able to get in their phones of these two individuals. Stupid. I know. Yeah, dude. Like Soup said, yeah. Running down the clock like Soups and Forrest said, just running down the clock, man, just burning the money down. Right? Here we have this cult who thinks they're smart shit, man. They're like, hey, you know what? They'll never find it in an encrypted text messaging app. Okay. Okay. And you know what's funny is I could hear Sarah saying, but the government was able to read the Signal chat between the two individuals. Of course. Okay. What was in there? So if I may, Your Honor, this may help the court. According to the message, right? So David is sending orders from jail. This is after the raid. This is after the raid. David Taylor was requesting that Miss Jones pass on a message to this member. Okay. So here we have David saying, hey, pass on this message. And it was basically saying, hey, say this and then respond. Only if you want to. Not because they're doing it to set up a narrative that's too late to set up. Okay. Yep, we're all in the same spaceship, right? Force Field's running. Dude, these retainers are fucking just got to be huge. Running down the clock till they get public defenders and deal with that case, fuckers. So what Kia's doing is she's actually fucking witness tampering here. She's openly witness tampering and say, hey, do this, do this. Okay. Eric, go fuck yourself. You don't know who I've been talking to. Fuck off. You don't know who I've talked to and interviewed off the channel. You don't know who, I don't ever tell my sources. But I'll tell you one thing, I know Michelle got fired from that job. Michelle quit, actually. If she did quit, she would have went to court and got fired. I'll tell you guys why. Corporate credit cards. What do y'all think Michelle is doing with those? Huh? What do y'all think Michelle is doing with those corporate credit cards that she got working for that oil and gas company that she gave up her fucking job for? What do y'all think Michelle is doing with those corporate credit cards? I'll give you two guesses, but you're gonna need one. She wasn't fucking sliding them up her butt, that's for sure. All right. The message was sent prior to the body of the message. It says, Apostle wanted me to get this message to you. It simply states that the account created a message proof, so it's unrelated to the body that you see here, but that is a photograph of the screen of the phone. The substantive material that's at issue here appears in the white where it says, hey, and then the name is redacted of the member. That's from Miss Jones, okay? So even though Miss Kirsten Jones is a woman, you're saying that the responses to this, where it says, yes, sir, thank you, is not intended to be directed to the sender of this, who is a woman, but rather Miss Jones. Yeah, Michelle Integral. Michelle probably can't even find the fucking floor in the morning. Yeah, right, Kia. She's communicating messages from David to witness tamper. Kia tied herself up in the investigation. Kia is the fucking vice president of fucking Walrus RS. That's what she is. She's just a walrus in training. It's everything here is a false sense of position and power. Everything here is false sense of position and power. This whole thing being vice president, Kia, what, you think this is a good look? No, Kia, let me tell you something here, because I know y'all are fucking watching. Now that we for sure know we have your guys' full and undivided of fucking attention now, guess what, Kia? You will fucking get indicted. First, you're threatening the judge. Now you're out here fucking possible witness tampering. You think this is fucking funny? You think this is all fucking funny? Kia, and you're standing up there with a big fucking smile on your face. Hey, Oprah, can you help us? You know, my apostle calls him, fucking says he has the Hitler character, but hey, can you come help my black pastor? He really needs your help, but he's got the Hitler character. Oprah, can you help him, please? He really likes you. Fucking dumbasses. You guys are so fucking just sucked into this. Kia, you're not going to ever be normal again. Maybe if you get out. Yeah. She wants to say she's a martyr for the faith. Oh, I'm a martyr for the faith. Yeah, fucking right. And since we're there, you know what? Let me go and bring this up because I think I really should. Let's take a peek here. All right. All right. Let's take a peek here. All right. So I've been getting text messages. All right. You guys remember that guy that called the other night? Y'all remember that guy that called the other night, right? And said he called in to defend David. Well, we'd been texting back and forth, and I did already send this up to the government. Okay. The feds have these, and so do the prosecutors. I don't fuck around with this shit. So remember how David said I was going to die in a car accident? Well, this fucker said, this guy's in the cult. And he said they were hearing around the cult, that he was hearing around the cult, that they were going to plan a hit and run on me. Like they were going to make it look like a fucking accident. And I have the entire text exchange right here. Right here. Bam. That's the number it came from. Okay. And that's like I said, if you're gonna call and threaten me, guess what? I'm gonna put all your fucking information out, okay? I don't fuck around. Okay? So this is the number it came from, 702-986-4546. Again, the number at the bottom of the screen is not to fucking call, harass me, send me cryptic fucking messages. Yeah, the FBI and the prosecutors and David's lawyers have this. Yep. They sure as shit do. Let me see. And then he was saying, nobody would ever know unless somebody kind of like me came forward. How could they pin a hit and run? Well, put it in a text. Thank you. Right there. So yeah. Yep. The feds have this. Yeah, the FBI. I sent it all up. I emailed it. Yep, sure did. And I disseminated it out to the community. Now you guys are seeing it firsthand. This is the type of shit these cult members do. Yeah. Yep. Very dumb. And this was his justification right here. Look. This is what I was saying. Yeah. It was just an idea that was tossed around. When you're angering so many people who have deep pockets, you don't think something could happen. Plus, you put your whole identity out there, which I never did. All right, I just put my face and the Google Voice number. Y'all knew me as Alex until David doxed me, right? So, no, I technically never put my identity out there. My face, yeah, but I never said my name, first or last name, until fuckboy David doxed me. And guess what? The FBI has that video too. And so does the courts, and so does the prosecutors, so does David's lawyers. So does fucking every news agency. I know, me too. I'm glad I'm a fucking nobody, man. Just some guy. So yeah. Yep. So just a little bit of FYI for everybody. That's the type of shit that happens on the back channel. You get threats like that. And I called my local police. They're like, well, why don't you come down to the station? We'll see if there's a crime. I was like, well, how about you come out to my house and you file a police report instead? But I was like, no, fuck. I don't deal with my local police. They're assholes. They're stupid. I don't say they're stupid, but they just fucking have an IQ of a fucking chicken shit. Understands the message was really from David. Okay. So here again. Right here, look. Well, this looks close to witness tampering to me, and I think it's concerning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure it's a clear threat. That's why I forwarded it to the FBI. Yep, sure did. Sure as shit did. Yep, I sure as shit did forward it to the FBI. Goddamn right. So any of you cult members think about fucking sending me cryptic fucking text messages, guess what? I will forward them to the FBI. Okay, I will forward them to the prosecutor. I will forward them to David's to the defense. All right? And then I will disseminate them among the community, and then I will put them on my channel if you continue to do this, okay? So don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, you guys are literally building the case for David, so thank you for that. The more dumb mistakes you guys make, the easier it is for us to pass this information over to the government. It's so easy. What, you don't think some of us have emails and shit like that? You never know who's sending information over. You never know. It's fucking stupid that you guys do that. So, yes, the FBI has that now and is in possession of that information. I told that guy, I was like, don't be surprised if you get a knock on your door in a couple weeks, stupid fuck. Right there. So she's going to be a defense witness. Okay. That remains to be seen, but currently she's according to the defense. And they call her a hostile witness too. She would be a hostile witness. Nick Nolte and Gary Busey. She's like a cross between Nick Nolte and Gary Busey. She does. She does. When you really look at her, when you really think about Michelle's face, she does. It's like if Gary Busey and Nick Nolte had a child, it'd be Michelle. Yeah, Kia's Michelle 2.0. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. No, she's 3.0. She's all, boy, I'm 3.0. All right. With regarding to third-party fundraising, first off, for the record, I want to let the court know Ms. Rogers has been very communicative with the government regarding these requests. We made the request GoFundMe. What would be stated on the GoFundMe page, whoever was going to set up the GoFundMe, what they wanted to say about the GoFundMe page. Now, here's the thing. What the cult wants to do is set up a GoFundMe page and talk shit about the government and how everything's fucking, the prosecution is malicious, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to be a problem because they're not going to allow them to go on the public platform and fucking talk shit about the investigation. Be like, hey, can you go ahead and pay for our investigation, even though it's a fucked up, it's fraud. Yeah. The government in no way, shape, or form intends to interfere with any speech by someone who wants to raise money for Miss Brannon or anyone else. However, the language, that's what they got to fucking get the vocabulary. And if you guys do this GoFundMe, you better not be putting any of this shit in there. They're welcome to do so. The issue that the government has, and it sounds like the court has as well, is where the funds are coming from. But government was simply asked whether we could agree to that language. And they absolutely fucking should. You guys going to do GoFundMe? You can't put any of this shit about the investigation being a fraud or a sham investigation and malicious. That is, they're literally, again, cult members, you are literally prosecution. Like, you guys are literally going to walk in, you're going to hand the prosecution a cake to Lindsay and Sarah and Adriana and all those other fucking prosecutors. You're literally handing them a fucking cake on a platter. So thank you for that. Really appreciate it. No financial, under the current bond conditions, no contact with the church or financial support from the church. No donations from GoFundMe can come from the cult, right? Would not object. They better get this shit down. Whether the GoFundMe would be configured. The government does not have an answer. Sarah Cohen, if you ever watch this, let me tell you something. You can't. There's no way to double check unless you guys are going to fucking do it. Who's going to check? Who's going to check all this shit? You're literally making more work for the entire fucking case. But I mean, by all means, have David's lawyers look into it, but they're not fucking going to. This is where I question the common sense of some of these people. Seriously, does anybody else question this shit? I do. Because I know for sure you can't stop anonymous donations in GoFundMe. I know that. That's common fucking knowledge. You cannot stop anonymous donations. And you think Michelle's going to fucking be like, yeah, that's a legit donation. They're legit. Michelle's going to let all the money come in she wants. And her lawyer actually said, you know, can we just let Miss Brannon dictate whether those donations are good or not? How about fucking no? How about no? How about fucking no? She can't. How about, hey, Miss Brannon, you got 8 hours a day to go look for a fucking job. That would be the right reply. Defendant's response. No direct response, Your Honor, other than say if there's legal funding for her. There are still no restrictions to that whatsoever. About funds from first or third party GoFundMe directly to Miss Brannon. So that no money can come from the cult. No money can come from the cult, and that's what they're getting at. Yeah, it can be GoFundMe, but it can't come from the cult. To prevent the possibility of providing the funding. And no, this is an obvious point, but no threats, intimidation, basic funding can kind of promises. Pretrial service officer involved this. I would like to see whether we could have a situation where pretrial service officer can monitor what's going on. They're not doing it already. They're already not doing it. Pretrial services not doing their job. That's why the jail phone calls were going on and shit like that, because it seems some people aren't doing their job. I'm not saying everybody. Prosecutors definitely doing their jobs, but looking at this from an outside common sense point, That's what I'm fucking getting at. This is a money laundering case. You're like, hey, let's go ahead and give her a GoFundMe. Hey, that way she could just launder more fucking money. Really? That's where I question the common sense in all this. Seriously, man. Are people really that dumb in this? Seriously. Hey, man, there's like 80 people in here. Hit that like, subscribe. Let me know you're here. Give me a shout out. Phone line's open, too. Phone line's open. Hey, Eric Cartman, just keep trolling the chat. It's cool. You guys do it. Law enforcement watches this channel. I don't know when, but I know they do. I don't think for this. I don't think that it has to be set up in such a way to allow anonymous donations. Let's see here. Nope, you can't. I don't think there's a way to accept a not like, I don't know. We'll have to check GoFundMe. I'm gonna start trying to, Your Honor. I mean, that to me is a solution there that could work, and even okay, government in case. That's the issue. She can't have any money from the organization. Can't anything from the cult. Right here, bam. Anybody who's currently getting money through this cult, they're calling it an enterprise because it is a criminal enterprise. Okay. It's okay. Let him leave threats in the chat. It's all right. Let him. Like I said, law enforcement watches the channel. Fucking leave your threats, dude. I don't care. Leave your threats. I report every one of them. Okay. So he denied going to change. I'm not going to change conditions on Michelle having access to. Haha, Kia. Haha. That's what you get. Kia, that's what you get for making a complete fuckhead of yourself. Judge probably saw all this. Is like, nope. Denied. Denied. Take care of yourself, Miss Brannon. Okay?
This call is from a federal prison.
Oh, you're easy, Eric. Right there, you guys want to see how the threats come through? Accidents happen, especially to chatty patties. You stay in the country, it would have been perfect. Yeah. That's how the threats happen. Say little cryptic messages like that. Oh, the judge denied Michelle's bond restrictions. Look, now we don't have a change in circumstances that would justify amending the bond conditions regarding Ms. Jones. Whether third-party funding, I'm going to take that under advisement, give parties opportunity for pretrial service operators to see if they can set that up, okay? Officer is a key, pretrial, okay? That's it, bam, done. Adjourn. Wait, hang on, what's this? I just see this. Rule allows for this. It references the idea of a protective order, so it's not unreasonable for the government to request something like this. Free to work it out. Very specific about discovery. We can't just keep waiting and waiting as you guys mess around with this. Look at this sidebar. Oh, look at this sidebar. Look at the sidebar. The judge's like, quit fucking around. I love this. The prosecution's still not going through their fucking discovery. Ha ha ha. Oh, this is for protective order. I can't wait till the fucking prosecution just dumps all the fucking evidence on him. Oh, man. Discovery's not stopped. It's continuing for defendant 1 and defendant 2. Defendant 3 has not received discovery because counsel for defendant 3 has not entered in any protective order. Oh, man. Kathleen's going to roll. Kathleen's going to roll. Kathleen's going to roll. If she hasn't entered into any protective order, she's going to roll. She would have entered into a protective order already. She's going to roll. I know the feds are like, popcorn. Eating their popcorn. Yeah. So there is none in place with regard to defendant number 3. So, hey, look, Kathleen's defense knows, hey, if they don't sign this protective order, you can't see any of the discovery then. And they know. She's like, yeah, I've made that very clear. Been made clear to counsel for defendant number 3. If he's not party to any protective order, cannot receive discovery in this matter. And defendant number 3 is Kathleen 3. She, he. Yeah. Yeah, key is going to be number 4. For discovery happening, I would like you to just reach out again and make sure he's understanding that he would get a bunch of discoveries. Understood. Mr. Below to myself. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And recess. Bam. Court adjourned. 10:31. That's it. That's it. That's how it goes. Just like that. And this all probably took what, but how many pages was it? 20 pages. This whole argument. You have the defendants, the government's defendants, court ruling. Bam. That whole argument probably took all of but 20 minutes. But a lot happened, right? Michelle got denied access to fucking Kia, which is perfect. Yeah, they're literally wasting the court's time. And this judge, it's really nice to hear this judge say, y'all better get your shit together. Stop wasting time. Get your shit together. Get the discovery out. I know. Let them say whatever they want, huh? Apparently snitching 6 figures a year now at this place. Let's listen to Kia some more here.
So we don't stop believing. We don't stop trusting. And we're rallying together. We're protesting. Please keep Apostle in your prayers. Keep Michelle in your prayers. And please keep Kathleen also in your prayers because they excommunicated her. She's no longer allowed to communicate with the church. I don't even know what to call this, guys. It is so crazy. How are you going to say we can't preach and we can't talk to the church and this is our faith and this country was built on freedom of religion? Where is the freedom of religion? Where is the freedom of speech? And I see the strategy that the prosecution is trying to use by not calling us a church anymore. They're trying to say we're a criminal enterprise.
Thank you, Apostle David Taylor.
This is I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Gracias por estas bendiciones.
It's a blessing that everybody's come together and doing stuff for helping others.
And when he reach out, an outreach minister like this can't help but look.
We appreciate everything that y'all doing for us. It's a blessing, and thank God.
Thank you.
And you know what's funny about these trolls is they don't ever call in, even though we give them the chance, they won't ever call in.
Tell him I said thank you.
We are in East St. Louis right now with the mayor.
Thank you, David. Telling everybody that's a part of this our community, man.
Well, there's a bunch of you that know that's not the truth. And it's time for you to stand up and rally together. It is time for us to stand for the cause of Christ. Because by standing with Apostle Taylor, we're standing on God's side. And trust me, God will show forth his victory. He already prophesied all this. Not just as of recent in the past 10 years, it's been prophesied, but even back to the word of God. Jesus says, many will be persecuted for my name's sake. He says, but rejoice, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Jesus already told us what to do. And that's why Apostle is rejoicing. We haven't talked to Michelle in 7 months. We rejoice because God is causing the entire move of God to be entire, lacking nothing. Why did you put that Apostle Taylor has the keys of the kingdom? Why did you put that he's Jesus' best friend in the indictment? As if that is a strike against him. That's his faith. Judge Berg, why are you not questioning the prosecution in this arena? We sense that there is a prejudice going on. You have helped the prosecution's falsified narrative that everything that they bring up in that courtroom, everything that you talk about is nothing in the indictment.
That's going to go real well too. Setting up her own fucking case. Hey, what's up, Sketch? How you doing?
Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Yep, all the tones changed since the privileges got revoked. We haven't talked to Apostle Taylor in almost 3 weeks. I know. Why are you judging the judge, Kia? You better be careful who you judge. Yeah, what about moving the children state to state like Jesse said? How you all got moved around at last minute? That quantifies as human trafficking, everybody. Ah, she's a total fucking hypocrite.
It's nothing criminal. And I see the strategy in this arena. We sense that there is a prejudice. Judge Burr, as if that is a strike against him. That's his faith.
Yeah, Vicky Yohi, if you're in here too, you were just as fucking complicit. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Vicky. I know how you treated people like shit. You're just as fucking evil as Michelle. You just hide it better. That's all. I know, I think the attorneys told him to cut the crap. But she's like, no, fuck the attorneys. I don't need to listen to them. Yeah, parental alienation, yeah. Yep. She ain't listening to the attorneys.
Judge Berg, why are you not questioning the prosecution in this arena? We sense that there is a prejudice going on. You have helped the prosecution's falsified narrative that everything that they bring up in that courtroom, everything that you talk about, is nothing in the indictment. It's nothing criminal. And I see.
Hey, thanks, Corpus Christi DJ. Yeah, and thank you to Jesse for coming out here and talking with us, Jesse. If you're watching, thank you. Thank you. It's going to wake somebody up every time. The progressive. Yeah. She ain't even scoring. Nah, inner space. She ain't even scoring. She's just a bitch, bro. Nah, Vicky's just a bitch, bro. I heard how she treated everybody in Israel. I heard she treated everybody like fucking dirt, man. Like the fucking dirt under her fucking feet that she was walking in, those $900 stilettos. Like the dirt under those. Nah, I appreciate you, Jesse. Nah, I appreciate you. We all do. We all do, because we all learn from this. It all makes us more aware, right? What was Kia's job before she got involved with the cult? I don't know. I don't think she had a job. Yeah. Yeah, she nailed her own fucking hat on. She's like, I'm going to go and nail my own hat to my head. Why not? I'll do it myself.
See the strategy that the prosecution is trying to use. Everything that you bring up is just to slander his character and who he is as a natural man.
I don't know any natural man that wears maxi pants, Kia.
And yes, he is a very natural man. Just like all the men that may be watching, you are very natural men too.
His name is actually, Zay, it's Diarrhea Dave, okay? It's gone from Dookie Deacon to Maxi Pad Moses, Maxi Pad Maharaja, Diarrhea Dave. Because David literally has diarrhea now. Like, chronic diarrhea. Okay? Because David's going through a 15-year detox right now. David's going through a fucking fat fucking detox right now. One I'd hate to go through. Fuck. David's going through a 15-year detox of opiates right now, y'all. Not only that, he's diabetic and he's on diuretics. So it's like he's shitting himself almost all the time. Mm-hmm. Oh, Forest Fields, fuck yeah, bro. You want to call in? Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, you want to call in, bro? Yeah, man. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll ring you in because it kind of can be a Tony sometimes. It can be a bit tricky. But yeah, no, let me know when you're ready, and I'll ring you in, bro. It's easier for me to ring people in for whatever reason. I don't know why. It just is. Looks better that way. All right, there we go. Let me know when you're ready, dude. Yeah, uncontrollable type 2 diarrhea. Oh, no, it was all spectrum. No, Kevin, no, it was. I'm for sure coke, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, there's no way David will walk free in this. He admitted to his own crimes. You can't Okay, he's call him 5 minutes. He's like, I'm ready. Fuck, all right, bro, let's do it. All right. Voice.
This call is from a federal prison.
This call is from a federal prison.
What's up, bro?
What's happening?
No, it's good to talk to you again,
I'm not
man.
going to take up much of your... Yeah. I'm starting to become a regular on this show.
Oh, it's fucking rad, bro. We love your accent, dude. It's so cool. We love it, dude. We love having you, bro. For sure.
I'm a famed attention vulture, apparently. So, no, all right. So, I've got a few things. I'll be brief.
No, take it,
all
bro.
right?
No,
I'm
take
not
it, bro.
gonna take up
Go ahead.
the whole time. All right. Okay. So, a few thoughts in the last few days. All right. I want to go back to the Hitler personality. All right. And I remembered one of Hitler's most famous quotes. You probably know it too, right? If you tell a lie loud enough and often enough, people will start to believe it, right?
Yep.
And I was thinking about how David has basically just assimilated Hitler's entire personality. I mean, we don't know if he's literally sent anyone to their death, but I'll tell you this. I'll say this. He has kind of murdered people's futures.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Yes. Killed their souls,
Yeah.
right? Killed
And
their, killed their well-being, and like not their well-being, but their spirituality, right? Their hope, their faith.
Yeah. Like and I'm sure that he took great pleasure in that as well, right? Because he probably knew, like, I can't stop offing people and rolling them up in carpet and dumping them in lakes. Otherwise, this jig's going to be up sooner than I want it to be. But the control that he did have over people was kind of a bit like murdering their futures and taking their careers away, right? Like, once you've been in the cult that long, it's not going to be easy to step out and get a job as a normal functioning person looking for a job.
Yeah.
Or starting a new job. So that was one thought I had about, like, the whole Hitler complex thing. I mean, if that's not enough to sink his ship right there, it's like, not only is he chronicling in his Dear Diary all of the things that he's doing to people, and also I want to say that it's worth noting that he's not writing it with any remorse.
Exactly. No empathy, right? Nothing.
And it would be different if he was saying things like, I mean, even to the cult members listening, it's like, okay, so he wrote about it because he was troubled by it or something like that. And there's no indication of that at all. He's just writing about it more like a soldier would write about his glory, the glories of war or something like that.
Yes.
Like, he's writing about it like he's proud of it.
Absolutely. Yes. Like he's done something good for the movement of God, right? Like he's done something good for God. Like, oh God, look, I did this. I'm going to write it down now on my phone. So when the feds raid me, they'll find all my fucked up shit.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, imagine being one of his attorneys and the first time reading that, your heart would just drop, wouldn't it? Like,
well,
as if everything else wasn't enough.
You know what's funny is the first time the attorneys ever heard it was in court a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Dude.
That's what's so dope about that is they can do that. They can present evidence right then and there in open court. Bam. Yes, here. We can present these to the court and the defense, Your Honor.
not a good surprise for his legal team. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall to see their faces like, oh no.
And the key is like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign some bank documents so I can go ahead and involve myself in a money laundering case.
Right. Yeah, so that was amusing to me. I'm just like imagining what all of these new damning revelations. I mean, and so do you think that the defense has all of what the prosecution has? Have they seen everything that the prosecution is working with?
Nope. Because one, the defense has taken their sweet ass time. There's strict protective orders in place, and these lawyers, most of them don't live in the city where David's in jail.
Oh my God.
I know, it's a clusterfuck. It really is. It's like, this honestly is probably the best case scenario for David's case for us, right? Because he's got this fucking rock star team of lawyers, but they're not going through all his discovery because there's just so much. And they've probably seen bits and pieces of it. They're like, yeah, we can't win this case, but we'll defend him to the best we can and do what he wants us to, because that's what he's telling us to do.
All they've seen is what we've just literally scooped off the top. That's it. They've got to know that
there's more.
What's to come is just gonna, yeah.
There's
they're just yeah. While the getting is good, they'll be in it. But yeah. Well, and then I want to kind of like, I don't know if Eric, if he just wants attention, or if he really is part of the cult. You think he is?
I don't know. No, I think he's just trolling.
Yeah.
He could just be trolling.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about, all the cult members that have heard, the evidence.
The truth.
And I think it's worth pointing out.
It's the truth.
Yeah. The truth. I think it's worth pointing out that they're, talking about, we're being persecuted for the gospel and all of this stuff. I think it's worth holding up a card that says that 99.9% of all the other churches in America are not being raided by the feds, right? They're not being shut up because they're Christians. Like, it's just, you think about his, the people that he would put himself in a graphic with, like
Benny Hinn and all
Joyce
those shit
Meyer and T.D. Jakes, Benny Hinn. I mean, a real crowd of winners, right? But not even any of them have faced any kind of prosecution like this. They're not swooping in and arresting them because they're not doing what he did. Now, I'm sure there's misappropriation of funds, financial crimes.
Oh yeah. And a lot of these prosperity ministers, without a doubt, private jets, fucking lavish mansions. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because they don't want to have to be stuffed in a tube of demons and fly economy plus. That's going to be, that's too much. There's too much risk of demon possession when you get on a commercial airplane. But, right, so, and then I got this question for you about these videos that the cult are putting out. You classify those as like witness tampering?
Absolutely.
Like, because if Kia is out there saying like, hey, come home, right? Oh,
yeah.
He's so awful. But if she's saying things like that, and essentially it is witness tampering.
Yeah.
Because she's speaking to people that were part of the ministry before.
Yep.
And she's hoping that someone picks her up on their radar that's still intimidated by her.
Exactly. Like with that soft voice, come home. Come home and help us be fucking more shitty people.
It's that sickly sweet tone, especially when you compare it to a personality that uses cruel and unusual punishment, like shaving off women's eyebrows, for not
Yep.
making enough money for the cult, right? It's like, yeah, I'm sure Oprah would love to hear about that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Oprah's fucking signing up to follow these guys. Oh, you guys shave off each other's eyebrows because you're shitheads to each other. But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Oprah's a bitch like that too. Honestly, tell you the truth, it wouldn't surprise me.
And Ellen DeGeneres apparently is a raging narcissist.
No, I've heard Oprah's in some shit on the Epstein files too, man. Oprah ain't any better.
Yeah.
Oprah ain't any better.
Why does it seem like why does it seem like people, and I'm not all wealthy people are like this, I understand that, but why does it seem like when someone gets so much power and so much money, at a certain point, they get bored with what this world can offer them, and they're like, all right, I'm going to sign up for some messed up stuff.
You just said it.
Because that's the only thing that's going to
They get bored,
get my heart pounding.
Yep, they get bored.
Yeah.
You said it. They get bored. They get bored with the regular. And we've talked about that with David, right? He got bored with shit, so what do? Like, I'm an addict, bro. You want to talk about addictions and how they work? Fuck. We could talk about that all day. Easy.
Right.
I can tell you how sex addictions work with drugs, how it affects the brain, how it could affect your hormones. I've been there.
Yeah.
I know what it's like.
And
Not proud of it.
neural pathways in your brain too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what David was doing.
Well, and
here's like David taking narcotics and doing this. The lines of reality were completely fucking blurred. There were no lines. We'll put it that way. There were no lines of reality with David.
He would have been messed up if he's been on narcotics for that long.
He is.
Gets arrested by the feds. He must have had a week or two of pure hell.
No, he's still going. He's still going through detox now as we speak. That's how fucked up he was. I just found that out recently.
Yeah.
David was so fucked up. You guys, 15 years of narcotic abuse. Narcotics, opiates, whatever. Sign me up.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Destroy your kidney.
Thankfully, narcotics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Destroy your liver,
Yeah.
kidneys, heart, cardiovascular, lung, everything. And David, being obese like him, fuck, he was probably having like fucking cardiomyopathy, fucking sleep apnea issues. He was probably stopping half of the time while he was sleeping. David was probably scared to sleep because he was so afraid he probably would just fucking go to sleep and never wake up. His heart, fuck, do you want to talk about his heart?
Yeah. Is it just ruined? He's like limping along on. Well.
Oh yeah.
I don't want you to violate any HIPAA laws here, mate. But
oh well, this is all actually public record in the court documents about David. But I'm not violating HIPAA laws.
Yeah.
I'm technically not on the clock, and I don't know any. All I know is what we've learned by public record and investigative tactics.
Yeah.
Different story if I was working and was to start spewing out shit about my patients, which I would never fucking do. This is a research project.
No.
He is a cult leader. This has nothing to do with my work. I'm off the clock. I am violating no HIPAA laws.
Yeah.
Just calling out what we found out through the court documents, diabetic ketoacidosis. Well, guess what? You know what that tells me? By what I've learned in my profession as a coder, is that when you have diabetic ketoacidosis, there's typically hypertension with heart problems, and David being obese and overweight with a BMI of probably 40 plus, high cholesterol, hyperlipidemia, take your pick, man, clogged arteries. This is all shit I know.
Yeah, he's not exactly a picture of health, is he?
No, fuck no.
Not exactly. But you know what's insidious about this health and wealth prosperity movement is that there's this underlying, even if it's not explicitly said, right? But the idea that, hey, if you don't have enough faith to believe God for your healing, then that's really embarrassing if you have to get on medication, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of looked at like that. And the problem with that is that a lot of unsuspecting, very sweet people tend to believe it, right? So they're like, you know what? I'm a diabetic. And you're right. I need to believe God for my healing. And so they stop taking insulin or whatever their medical conditions are, right? And this happens a lot. And it may not be, it may be much earlier than that as well, that also does a lot of damage, right? Because if you think, I'm going to eat whatever I want, I'm going to drink whatever I want, I'm not going to exercise because guess what? God's got me, bro, right?
Yeah.
And so then you live like that, thinking that the laws of nature that God made don't apply to you. Then you think, well, because I'm part of this church and because, the pastor said this from the pulpit, then I'm good, right? And so they end up with entirely preventable medical conditions because of malignant theology.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't like it, Richard. I don't like it one bit.
I don't either. I'm glad you're here with us, bro, because it's like, I mean, yeah, you've been in America for a while, but you also come from a different part of the world too, right? Where, maybe it's not
where the history comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. Don't mistake my accent with a high IQ. I'm a normal fella, but
well, I know, but it's always good to get other thought processes, right? Like, because everybody has a different thought process. You don't think like I do. Jake doesn't think like me. Kevin doesn't think like me. We all have different thought processes, right? And it's
yeah. Well, it's cool because it's like we all get to stand at this intersection from different corners.
Yes.
Right. It's like you're on the northeast corner. I'm on the southwest corner, and I'm seeing things from like a British/American perspective as someone who's been in the church and got out. I'm not saying like out altogether, but I got out of a really unhealthy place.
Yeah.
That reminds me quite a bit of what they had, what David had going on. So I'm a mixed bag, but we all are.
Yeah.
And I see the funny side of things, and it's just good to hash these things out, because when we exist in an echo chamber, that's when things get dangerous, right? It's like, I'm only going to listen to people who already think the same way I do.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to adopt their worldview, and I'm going to laugh at only the things they laugh at, and I'm only going to shop here and there. And yeah, that's when stuff gets dangerous. We have to be receptive to other people's ideas, even if we disagree with them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's just part of being a good human being. It's like, all right, you disagree with me. Let's hash it out. Why do you think that? Oh, that's interesting.
Let's burn one. Like, hey, let's burn one. Yeah. Burn one with me. Let's talk, bro. Like, let's hash this out, right?
As long as we don't have to use a butane torch to burn one, then I'm down.
With him,
but all right, okay. So something else. All right, so Kia saying, he's like, and David is a natural man, just like all the men watching, right? That little line in there really pissed me off, right? Because what she's saying is she's attempting to create this moral equivalence between everyone, right?
Yeah,
but, well, it's like you're a man just like David, so you're guilty of the same crime, right?
Yeah.
And I have such a problem with that, because it's essentially, it's like this pre-gaslighting. It's like before you've even formed an opinion, he's already told you, he's already put you in your place, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're a natural man, just like David. Okay, you don't know anything about me, actually. And in fact, you might be shocked to learn that I haven't engaged in human trafficking or forced labor or financial crimes, except that time when I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
And I still remember stealing candy from the store. Yeah, I actually am guilty of that. So maybe I am just like David.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just rubbed me the wrong way as well. And it's just like this high control, gaslighting, superiority complex. And I don't like it one bit.
No, I think that's why we're all here. Is like, this guy got out of hand. And I think we were all kind of like, yeah, this guy needs to be put in check. He's getting a little bit out of hand. And I think that with the invention of the internet, like it's up to us to police these assholes up and let the government know, hey, this fucker's getting out of hand. You guys better do something about him before somebody else does. And ultimately, I think eventually, had David not got arrested, somebody would have caught his ass slipping, man.
Yeah.
David's natural state is sexual perversion. Oh, Cliff, I don't know if he's watching tonight or not. If he is, that's what yeah, I'll text him later. Yeah, I had a question. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight, but yeah, I'll text him offline. There's a question I wanted to ask him. I don't know if it's appropriate to ask here. I'll ask it offline.
Cliff's a good dude, man. He's a stand-up bloke.
Nah, Cliff's solid, man. Cliff's good people. He's good people, man.
And you know what makes him dangerous is that he's so articulate.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has a good memory. Yeah. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah, he is. He's extremely articulate, dude. Yeah, memory, articulate, everything about it. Like, to hear him talk, like those first set of interviews we ever did with some of these survivors, it's enlightening to hear them talk, because they're all intelligent, extremely intelligent specimens.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call people sometimes, like specimens, right? It's like, like when I see certain people, it's like, that's a fine looking specimen, right? Like, you know, and Cliff is one of those. Like, Cliff is a fine specimen, you know, he is. Everything about him. He's
David's looking like a fine specimen to some of them big boys.
Yeah.
In prison too.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. David's not going to last up to thugs in prison. He starts talking like a fucking punk in prison. They'll take him in a hallway and they'll fucking take his booty bandit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, you have to promise me something on this call, that you'll never ever say the words 3-day maxi pad ever again, because I can't get it out of my mind. David's 3-day maxi pad. I woke up in the night the other night thinking about it. I'm like, why did he have to say that?
Dude, the night that ever happened, and you know what? I'll close the stream out tonight with that video, okay? Because it's just so fucking funny. It is. And yeah, I was only going to go till 8. I'm glad you called in, but I am going to wrap it up. We'll go 3 more minutes, and I'm going to cut the phone call off because I was only going till 8 tonight. But the rectal reverend.
Yeah, if I ever hear those words again, I'm going to have to unsubscribe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was like the word.
All right, Rich.
Hey, be good, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, be good, brother.
Speak to you later.
All right, good night, brother.
All right, bye, mate.
Bye. Dude, that guy's so fucking rad. I'm so glad he's part of our community. All right, yeah, and I'm going to close it off with this because dude's got a good point. Yeah. Yep. Here's the thing, and we were, you know, what's fucked up about all this? You had all these Christian content creators out there trying to fucking help, and they couldn't stick with the program and just sit and listen and carry on. It's like they chase down clout and views. Like, to this was a process. Shut the fucking place down. How do you do it? Nobody else asks those questions. Oh, what's David doing now? Oh, court case this, court case that. But did anybody ever look into what was going on deeper behind all the bullshit? Nope, they didn't. They came here for all the information because we were actually doing all the research. So, that being said, MaxiPad prophecy is told by Cliff Ware. This was 2022. Y'all enjoy, man. Have a good Monday.
Too. But the only reason why people would say he's a man of excellence and he's clean and all that is because he got everybody else cleaning. But if it came down to David cleaning, it'd be a pig pen.
Really? So David probably don't even know how to wash his own asshole.
No, he don't. No, he don't. You know, that's why he has maxi pads, because he puts them in his underwear because he don't wipe.
No way.
That ain't no man. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that ain't. Yeah, that's no lie. That's no lie.
No way, dude. Are you serious,
True story.
bro?
True story.
He puts maxi pads. Hold on. David puts maxi pads in his fucking underwear because he don't wipe his own ass.
That's exactly what he does. That's exactly what he does. And I remember one of the women who he was involved with some years ago. She had
Sorry, I'm reading the chat, dude. Everybody's like, ew. Everybody's like, what the fuck? No, it's nasty,
he's nasty.
dude.
He's nasty like that. Yeah, one of the women that he was involved with.
Can he physically not wipe his ass, or is he just not do it because he's a dirty fuck?
I think he just dirty like that, man. I think he's just dirty like that. Because I mean, you 50, 51 years old. Why you not wiping your butt, man? You know what I'm saying? What sense did that make? You know, and then he like I said, a woman a woman he was involved with had came to the house, right? And you know how women do, they snoop around your things or whatever. And she's snooping around and she said, she came to me and said, I knew David was cheating on me. I see pads under his sink. and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, he wearing these pads just like you, man. You know, he nasty like that, bro. And
got some Debo undies going on.
That's exactly. That's exactly what he got going on, man.
That's exactly what fucking went through my head right now when you told me that. I figured that fucking Smokey picking up Debo's undies from fucking Friday with the shit end of the fucking straw, bro. Then fucking dropping him right on like Debo's face, bro.
That's him. That is him, man.
No
you
way.
Know, yeah. And you know, that's the thing, like, that's why David, the stuff he get up and talk about is ineffective because it ain't true. What I'm saying is true about this punk. You know, yeah, he got, hey, whoever with him right now, ask him if he wearing a pad. Ask him if he wearing a pad. I guarantee you he is. I'm telling you, man. He's sick like that. I mean, you got a healing ministry. I mean, if something's wrong with your bowels, Jesus can't heal that. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? I'm telling you, this guy got doo-doo stained drawers. He got, and it's so bad, right? He expects you to pick up after him. And so, you know, he would have his drawers and stuff. And like I said, full of crap, stinking. And, you know, he wants you to do his laundry for him. And so, I'll, you know, throw that stuff in the washer. You know, I'm not about to scrub your doo-doo stains out your drawers, man.
Shitty,
you know what I'm saying? But
shit.
yeah, that's him. But there was a young man who came after me. You know, I was still there during this time, but he also got in that position that I was in, and so he started washing David's underwear and things, and so David fat self gonna tell me, see, this is why you're so arrogant. He just got here and he's already washing my underwear. And I'm thinking he can have it. I'm not doing it. Call me arrogant, call me prideful, whatever. But what's that make you that you won't wash your own drawers? How arrogant are you that you won't wipe your own butt? You clown. Don't never address nobody over this way about anything. And you full of crap, literally. You liar.
Little sweaty doo-doo drips there. The shitty Taylor. Apostle shitty Taylor.
Doodle crumbs in his bed, bro. Doodle crumbs,
He's got
man.
some little dingleberries popping out of his butthole. That's what a dingleberry is. A dingleberry is from when, like, I mean, in David's case, he doesn't wipe his ass, so there's no toilet paper. It's just little balls of shit, right? But, like, a real dingleberry is, like, it's disgusting. It literally is. It's like, dude, that's bad hygiene, man. Dude, when I was in the military, dude, sometimes I took 2-3 fucking showers a day because we got so fucking dirty. Right?
Yeah, David will not do that. And we know he sweat through his suits. Yeah, man, he's sick.
Doo-doo Taylor. With them.
Man, I'm telling you. All right, for example, Michelle could stay over for the night before. They doing whatever they do. Well, Michelle got to be at the office at 8:30, so she's gonna leave a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Well, David's gonna get up. He might already be up when Michelle leaves, and if he is, he'll send a text down. Hey, come up to my room. Straighten up my room. So what straighten up my room means is change the sheets. And sometimes he just nasty and he won't change the sheets. He'll just say, brush them off or something like that. And then the next woman comes shortly after. And I've seen that countless times over the years. Like to the women that he say he love you, he don't love you. You sleeping in somebody else's juices, let alone that fat slobs. Somebody else's.
Yeah, prostitution's real.
Ask me how I know. I changed the sheets, and sometimes I didn't. At his discretion. So, that's what you laying in. That's what you laying in.
Dude, that's nasty.
It is. It is.
David, wash your fucking ass, dude. That's dirty, bro. Yeah, this is wild. This is the best, dude. Like, come on, David. Oh my God, imagine the fucking filth. Jake, dude, we were in the military, bro. Come on, man. What was the one thing they teach you is cleanliness, dude. Hygiene. Keep your ass
But he's a
clean.
general.
Yeah, he's a fucking general, all right? Fucking general fucking panty liner. Fuck, dude. This is some shit that I never... Yeah, that's like... Dude, that really is. That's like going mentally disturbed, bro. Like, dude, David can't even wipe his own ass, so he's like... Yeah, imagine that smell of fucking having shitty underwear laying around the fucking house, and David's like, oh, go wash my underwear.
Yeah, man. And I could see... You know what I'm saying? If David was elderly and as time went on, something happened to him, I get that. But it's been like that since I've known him. I've known him since he was 36 years old. He been wearing panty liners since he was 36. So ain't no telling how long he been like that. He just filthy, man. Ask them women. Ask them women. They'll tell you.
David.
They will tell you. Yep.
You're filthy, bro.
Very.
General Max E-Pad. We got a new member in the chat tonight, Rainbow 33, dude. He's been firing off some funny shit. So welcome to the chat, Rainbow 33. I've been watching you, man. Welcome. This is Clifton Ware. He was mentioned in the deposition, and General Max E-Pad. Honestly, this is crossing the lines into like mental health, bro. The fact that a man that old can't even sit back and wipe his own ass, dude.
Yeah, he won't do it. It ain't that he can't, he won't do it.
Why?
And he got all that money, get a bidet at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get a bidet.
If you that lazy to wipe your butt, get a bidet. He won't even do that. He's sick, man.
Damn, that's dirty. So he just fucking puts panty liners just to keep his fucking dirty ass from getting fucking skid marks and fucking shit in his drawers.
And I was laughing about this a couple weeks ago with somebody, man. With the young man, right? Who used to clean it for him. And so he was like, man, he said he had got so fed up at a certain point because he had gone to the bathroom and David would just have his dirty doodle stained drawers and pad laying right there on the floor, expecting him to just come and pick it up, yeah, man, he's sick, man. And he was saying how it'll just be all hard and, the doodle done crusted over. He's sick. He's sick.
That's filth, dude.
Yes. He is filth.
If any of y'all cult members are listening right now and this is happening to you, get the fuck out. Don't be washing this piece of shit's dirty ass fucking underwear. And David, if you're watching too, you little sack of shit, This proves everything. You are a piece of shit. You wear fucking maxi pads to fucking, because you can't even wipe your own fucking ass, you slob. You're a fucking piece of filth, David. You are. You're filth. This proves it. You are the dirtiest fucking cult. Yeah, he probably has Michelle braid his fucking pubes or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, he leaves pads out, dude. Now this is the thing. It's like, and Cliff just said, it's not that he can't, he won't. He won't wipe his ass.
Wow.
You said that's what you're saying, right? It's not that he doesn't know how, he won't. He'd rather just
he won't, man. He's able-bodied to do everything that he has everybody else slaving to do. You know, and like I said, man, he's just sick like that. He's demented. He's a sociopath, the biggest liar I've ever met. Ever. And that's an understatement. But I mean ever met. And you know, he don't care about anybody but himself, man. You know, he talked about how he used to serve his old apostle. No, he didn't. He's never served nobody but himself. And if he did, it was for no time at all.
Well, Duck 3 brought up a good point. It should be a crime to be that fucking gross. You know what, Duck 3? We could possibly be looking at some fucking crimes with this type of shit, dude. Having fucking people wash your fucking dirty ass fucking drawers, like this kind of shit. This is the type of shit that got fucking Larry Ray in trouble. Look at the Sarah Lawrence College.
Larry
Ray, he's another cult leader.
Okay.
He did some fucked up shit, and they caught him. And guess what? He's doing 60 years right now.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Here's a good one. When David recruits young people for the cult from churches, why won't he talk to the pastors or call them back?
Because he know he's wrong, the way he goes about it.
Okay.
You know, he'll go over a pastor's authority and say, Jesus is my best friend. He's made me the head apostle. He's made me the top this, the top that, the Moses, the Enoch, he made you all this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he'll say all these things and he'll use that to tell the pastor, basically, you can't tell me anything. So if I come in here and take your members, it's okay for me to do that because Jesus is with me, even though he's not. Pastors, I don't know what Jesus this guy is talking about, but he ain't got nobody that's worth you stressing out about backing him up. And to address what you said last night, you punk, I don't care what God you serve.
He was trying to call you out last night. I love it.
Man, he's soft.
He's soft as a fucking marshmallow.
Yeah, he's soft. Hey, I don't care what God you serve. I don't care what Jesus you calling on. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell your God, and I'm going to tell the Jesus you talking about that all three of y'all can bring it. Please do. Azazel, I know who you are. I know who's appearing in that cult. I know who you are. And so if you want to get your Jesus and all these other names that you want to call them, bring whoever you want, David. I don't care about them stupid dreams your staff members have. No stupid dreams you have. Hey, Jesus, the one David served. Hey, raise your hand to me. Raise your hand to me.